Hello friends, myself VV Golkar. Today we are going to see De Moivre's theorem and some problems on De Moivre's theorem. So first see statement of De Moivre's theorem. So statement is like this: for any rational number n, the value or one of the values of cos theta plus I sin theta to the power of n. So we can write this one as cos n theta plus I sin n theta. So this power n is multiplied to the theta. So this is the De Moivre's theorem. So corollary of this De Moivre's theorem is cos theta minus I sin theta raised to n. So we can write this one as cos n theta minus I sin n theta. So here cos is real and sin is imaginary part of this function. So if I write this one like this, sin theta plus I cos theta raised to n. So here I cannot write this one as sin n theta plus I cos n theta because here sin is real and cos is imaginary. Here the De Moivre's theorem is not applicable. So let us see some problems on De Moivre's theorem. Simplify cos phi theta minus I sin phi theta raised to 2 into cos 7 theta plus I sin 7 theta raised to minus 3 whole divided by cos 4 theta minus I sin 4 theta raised to 9 cos theta plus I sin theta to the power of 5. So to simplify this function, so I am going to use here De Moivre's theorem. Solution. So I will write all the terms in the form of cos theta plus I sin theta by using De Moivre's theorem. So see here, already I have told De Moivre's theorem is applicable on both sides. So if cos n theta minus I sin n theta is there, so I can write this one as what? Cos theta minus I sin theta raised to n. Like this I can write this one. Then even though here we are, if I can write cos n theta minus I sin n theta as, so here what I do, I will write cos minus n into theta. So we know that cos of minus theta is cos theta. So I will take this one as, I will make this minus as plus r into sin minus n into theta. So I have written this one as cos n theta minus I sin n theta as cos of minus n theta plus I sin of minus n theta because sin of minus theta is minus theta. So here I will apply De Moivre's theorem. So it becomes cos theta plus I sin theta to the power of minus n. So what I want to say here, even though we can take this minus n to the power by using De Moivre's theorem. See here I will do, so this implies, so if I take this 5 to the power, it becomes 5 into 10, even I will take this minus to the power. So this becomes cos theta plus I sin theta to the power of minus 10. So here also say, already it is positive, so I will take this 7 to the power by using De Moivre's theorem. Cos 7 theta plus I sin theta. So 7 into minus 3, so this becomes minus 21. Whole divided by cos theta. Again here I will take this 4 to the power as well as minus I to the power cos theta plus I sin theta to the power of minus 36. Then here, so this is already the standard form, cos theta plus I sin theta to the power of 5. So here we can see in all the terms the bases are same. If the bases are same, directly we can take the difference or we can add the powers. So this implies cos theta plus I sin theta. So minus 10 minus 21 whole divided by cos theta plus I sin theta. So this becomes minus 36 plus 5. When the bases are same, we can add the power. So this equal to cos theta plus I sin theta raised to minus 10 minus 21. So this becomes minus 31. Then, so here cos theta plus I sin theta raised to, so this becomes minus 36 plus 5 is minus 31. So here both will get cancelled. So at the end we are going to get 1. So this is the simplification of this function. So you see one more example. If z is equal to 1 upon 2 plus I into root 3 upon 2, then find z to the power 15 plus zy to the power of 15. Z to the power 15 plus zy to the power of 15. So if I take directly z is to 15 plus z bar is to 15, so it will take more time to simplify this function. So for that what I do, so I will convert this function to polar form, then I will apply De Moivre's theorem. So simply solution, let x plus iy is equal to 1 upon 2 plus I root 3 upon 2. Here I will compare two complex number. So I will get x is equal to here 1 by 2 and y is equal to root 3 by 2. So first I will find r. So r is given by square root of x square plus y square. So x square means what here? 1 upon 2 square plus root 3 upon 2 square. So therefore r is equal to under square root 1 upon 4 plus 3 upon 4. So this implies, so I will get r as square root of 1 because 1 upon 4 plus 3 upon 4 is 1. So square root of 1 is 1. So here I got the value of r as 1. Then next, then I will find theta, that is amplitude. So we have given 4 different formulas to find the amplitude of argument. Here we can see the value of x is positive and the value of y is also positive. So both the values lie in the first quadrant. For first quadrant we have formula theta is equal to tan inverse y upon x. So therefore theta is equal to tan inverse y. So what is y here? Root 3 upon 2 divided by 1 upon 2. So 2 and 2 get cancelled. So theta is equal to tan inverse of root 3. So we know that tan inverse of root 3 is pi by 3. Tan inverse of root 3 is pi by 3. So because we will check tan pi by 3 is sin pi by 3 upon cos pi by 3. So this is root 3 upon 2. This is 1 upon 2. So that is tan pi by 3 is root 3. So therefore pi by 3 is equal to tan inverse root 3. So in that way you have to remember the values. Then, so we know that polar form is given by z is equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta. So z means what? The given function, that is 1 upon 2. Z is equal to 1 upon 2 plus I root 3 upon 2. So then r. So what is r here? 1. So 1 cos theta, cos pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3. Cos pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3. So here we can see z bar is conjugate of z. So what is the definition of conjugate? Differs in the sign of imaginary part. So therefore, so z bar I can write this one as 1 upon 2 minus I into root 3 upon 2. Here also I will write conjugate of this z as cos pi by 3 minus I sin pi by 3. No need to calculate this second term. So directly you can write. So this is the value of z and z bar. So here I have converted the given function to polar form, given complex number to polar form. So here our question is, we have to find z to the power 15 plus z bar to the power of 15. So this is our question. So here z is what? 1 into cos pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3 to the power of 15 plus z bar. So z bar value is here 1 into cos pi by 3 minus I sin pi by 3 to the power of 15. Sorry, here it is what? 15. So this implies z raised to 15 plus z bar raised to 15 is equal to 1 to the power 15 is 1. 1 to the power any finite number is equal to 1. So remaining is what here? Cos pi by 3 I sin pi by 3 raised to 15 plus here cos pi by 3 minus I sin pi by 3 raised to 15. So it is in the form of cos theta plus I sin theta raised to n. Here it is cos theta minus I sin theta raised to n. So I will apply here de Moivre's theorem. So what is de Moivre's theorem? Cos theta plus I sin theta raised to n. We can write this one as cos n theta plus I sin n theta. So I will write this one as what? Cos 15 pi upon 3 plus I sin 15 pi upon 3. Cos n theta plus I sin n theta. Then here also say cos 15 pi upon 3 minus I sin 15 pi upon 3. Here sin and this sin will get cancelled. So therefore z to the power 15 plus z bar is to 15 is equal to cos 15 pi by 3. Cos 15 pi by 3 is become 2 times of cos 15 pi by 3. So this equal to 2 into cos. 3 ones are 3 5s are. So here I will get cos 5. So this is 2 into. We know that the value of cos n pi is minus 1 raised to n. So where n is number start from 0 to n. So put n equal to 5 here. So cos 5 will become minus 1 to the power 5. So value of cos 5 pi is what? So I will show here. This is cos 5 pi. So this becomes minus 1 to the power 5. This is minus 1. So therefore this is value of cos 5 pi is minus 1. Therefore, this is minus 1. So therefore, the value of z to the power of 15, z bar to the power of 15 is minus 2. So in this video, we have seen the statement of De Moivre's theorem and we have solved two problems of De Moivre's theorem. Thank you.